Hey, this is Allie. I'd like to welcome you all to Market Maker. Today we are going to be going through Listing Maker, looking at this system and everything that it has to offer. The first thing is to get logged in. So if you receive the email to opt in with your email address, you can go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, your username will be your first name and your last name with no spaces, and your password will be your phone number with no dashes. The first page that you get to once you've logged into the system is going to be the dashboard. The dashboard is the central hub for your system. It's going to give you a quick glance of what's going on as you log into the system. So today we see that we have 9 leads in the system with 0 in nurture campaigns, and one of our leads is a seller. We can also scroll down to the very bottom of the screen and we see the response rate and the leads and plans. We currently have no leads and plans, which gives us a 0% response rate. But as leads are enrolled in the drip campaigns and respond to the drip campaigns, we'll see this response rate change. Let's go ahead and take a look at a contact today. I'd like to show you the different aspects of an individual contact. So click contacts at the top of the page. Whenever you get to the contacts page, you are given several options here at the top. These are organizational units for you. You can put your leads into different groups. We will also help you organize them by source. We've given some of the most common ones here. And then you can also do a saved search, which is a combination of these different items, but instead of having to click each one every time that you would like to look at that group of leads, you can do a saved search and just click one thing. Every time that you do a different search and you submit it, make sure you go back and select the reset button here before moving on to your next search. The next thing is that we're going to look at a specific lead. Say we're going to look at our lead named Ryan. Ryan is a manually entered lead. So it's someone that we went in the system and entered on our own. Ryan has been verified. We know that this is his actual information, and Ryan is a test lead. We know that Ryan's a test lead because we physically entered that. You can enter any notes that you would like about any of your leads from this notes section. So let's say that we called Ryan today. We could mark it as called Ryan at 3 p.m. on May the 14th. And then we could save that. Our note was saved successfully. And then we come down here and it shows in our timeline that we called Ryan today at 3 p.m. And of course, then that is also time-stamped for us. We also have the ability through a lead profile to, on an individual basis, send a text message or email to the lead. We can also log an activity. So since I just said that I called Ryan, let's go ahead and log that activity. I called him. Call disposition. We're going to say that he is a follow-up. So I'll want to call Ryan again at a later date, and I'm going to submit that. I would also want to change Ryan's status. The automatic status is not contacted, but I have spoken to him. So I will want to change him to an appointment set because I'm going to do a follow-up with Ryan. If I wanted to change this to just contacted, I could also do that. It really just depends on the conversation that you have with the lead. And you can see in your timeline that each time you change something, it shows up here in the timeline so that you can see how each of those events has happened. If I wanted to add Ryan to one of the groups to help organize him better, I could do that from here as well. I'd also like to show you how to enroll Ryan in a plan, a nurture campaign, or to add a task. So we'll do both today. To add a task, you would just click on the Tasks tab and then go to Add Task. I'm going to do a follow-up, and the task title is going to be Follow-Up Call. And I'm going to say that I need to call Ryan to find out a time frame. So I want to know how soon Ryan wants to buy or sell. And as a tag, I'm going to enter him as buyer, and I'm also going to enter him as a seller. Oh, I'm going to enter Ryan as a buyer today. And then I'm going to say that this task is due tomorrow at 4:15 p.m. And then I will disposition this once I have actually completed this task. And then I will submit that. If I wanted to enroll Ryan in a drip campaign, I would come to InstaContacts. I would click Launch Tasks Plan, and then I would select the appropriate plan. I'm going to choose the Home Values campaign. The Home Values campaign is going to target Ryan based on him wanting to know the value of his home. And so that is a really simple one created in our system. And I'm going to set that to start. I can't do it in the future. So I'm going to set it to start today at 3:05 and save that. And that's all you have to do. So from here, Ryan will be contacted based on the information in that campaign. Now I'd like to show you how you can enter your own leads into the system. Let's go ahead and go back and click on Contacts up at the top. This is going to take us back to our main contacts page. We've been working from the leads page, but if you click on Add New, this is going to allow you to manually enter a lead into the system. When you manually enter a lead into the system, you can enter them as either a buyer or a seller. So there might be some information that is only relevant to one or the other. Don't worry about that at all. Just enter the information that's necessary for your lead. You can also do a lead import. A lead import is where you would import leads from another system. We know that as agents, you want to utilize every resource that's available to you, and that's perfectly fine. We just like for you to have a central location where all of those leads can be housed. So you can do that here. We need to have this brought into the system as a CSV or XLS file. The easiest way is to use an Excel spreadsheet. It's very simple. You would just export your leads from any other system that you're using. Come down here and look at the default column headers. Assign your headers in your spreadsheet as they are listed here. So F name for first name, L name for last name. And then you would come up here and click Check File. This check file would actually open your local documents on your computer. So you could select the file that you're wanting to upload or the leads that you're wanting to import. And then after the file has been checked, then your leads would begin importing into the system. If you would like to save some time, you can always do a small batch import, which means that you create several files in Excel, one for buyers, one for sellers, and then maybe separate them out by time frame. A good reason to do this is that we have this launch plan option, which actually allows you to launch a plan as soon as you import the leads into the system. That's definitely going to be a big time saver if you're looking at importing a couple of hundred leads at once. Now that we've looked at the different aspects of contacts, let's go ahead and take a look at one of the drip campaigns. So if you would, go to Automation and then Plans. Once you're here, go ahead and click on the Home Values campaign. Looking at the Home Values campaign, the Home Values campaign has the first three things listed here that go out at 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and an hour. These are each of the different contacts that we have in the system. A no-ring voicemail, a lead, or a text message to the lead, and an email to the lead. So the no-ring voicemail goes out at the 15-minute mark. This voicemail has been pre-recorded by someone named Mike. It kind of sounds like Mike works for you, but most agents do choose to go in and custom record those. And we'll look at that here in just a few moments. The next thing is a text message to the lead. So we're also going to attempt to contact them via text. Once we do that, they receive the message, and then they have the option of also responding to that. When someone responds, it will stop their drip campaign. Once the drip campaign is stopped, that's going to open it up for you to go back and make contact with them. We always recommend that you contact every lead. I tell every agent that I work with that your goal should be for no one to ever complete a full campaign. This campaign runs for a total of 29 days. But by the time somebody gets through the first couple of days, our wish is that you would have made contact with them to find out more information, so that instead of sending them a generic home values campaign or a, hey, just trying to reach out to you type campaign, that you would actually be enrolling them in something very specific to their needs. The other thing to note about the home values campaign is that once you have marketing dollars on this system and new leads are being generated, anyone who comes in is a 6-star lead, meaning they provide every piece of information that we ask for. They would actually be put in here to this campaign automatically, meaning that they would start receiving this information as soon as they come into the system. That's awesome for you. Those 6-star leads are waiting for you to reach out to them. And we start that process for you just in case you're in the middle of doing something. So the next thing that I'd like to show you is your ability to edit a plan from within the system. So right now we're on reminder sequences. Let's go ahead and go back to InstaContact. Each plan in the system is going to have this little circle in the upper right-hand corner. The circle gives you the options of details, duplicate, or share. Anytime you duplicate a plan, it creates a copy of the plan. We're going to do that now. The copy can be found under available plans. So we're looking for InstaCall Buyer Copy, and it's right here. The copy of the plan has these 2 buttons that the other plans don't. The pencil is an edit option where you could actually edit the text of this text message or edit the text of an email, and then you can always custom record your voicemails. It also gives you the option of deleting a certain piece of contact. So if there's something that you don't want sent to the lead, you can do that too. Another thing to note about some of the drip campaigns is that they actually contain tasks for you as an agent. Things to remind you to do, because even though we can send out these automated messages, we can never replace the human touch that you have for your leads. So it's good to touch base with them in person every once in a while or over the phone. The next thing that I would like to show you is how to custom record a message or how to custom record those voicemails. So we're going to go to productivity and then recordings. So the ones that you will be custom recording first will be the Home Values 1 and the Home Values 2. And as you can see here, one has already been custom recorded, and that's noted by the word custom. Whenever you custom record a voicemail, you would come over here, click the custom button, put in a phone number. You would want to use either your cell phone or a phone that rings directly to your desk, and then you click continue. Once you do that, that phone will ring, and then you will actually be walked through the prompts over the phone of recording that message, and you'll record that message directly over the phone. You have the ability to listen to your message by coming back and clicking on this button here. That's going to allow you to hear the message that you just recorded. The next thing that I'd like to show you is under marketing and pages. This right here is a landing page. Whenever you put marketing into the system, we create a custom landing page where you would be able to have your leads put in, or the leads that click on your advertising would then come here. They would put in their address and find their home value. This is the best way to generate new leads into the system. Again, that's done whenever you put in marketing dollars, and then we create these landing pages custom for each agent. The next thing I'd like to show you is actually going to be back on the contacts page. There's a system within our system called augmentation. So augmentation, you may hear it referred to as Get It Anyway, actually allows you to gain information from a lead, which again, those come in through your marketing. It allows you to gain information about them whenever they don't provide everything. So we run every lead through 3 different databases to try and get the most recent information that we can about them. When a lead does not come in as a 6-star lead, it gets augmented. Now, we manually entered Ryan, so he's a 6-star lead, but we still have the option of augmenting him. So we would just come down here and click on data augmentation, and our system would then try to gain more information about this user, and that information would then be listed over here. Now that we've looked at data augmentation, or get it anyway, let's go ahead and look at your personal profile. So you would do that by going to the person icon at the end and then down to my profile. From here, you have the option of filling in your personal information, your name, which this is one of our profiles here. You could put your picture and a logo. These are not customer-facing items, but it is good to have them there. Then you can update your email, contact phone number, your address. You can also put in do not disturb hours for yourself if there are hours of the day that you do not want to receive notifications, and then all of the notifications from during those time frames would come in when you're outside of your do not disturb hours. You also have the option of changing how you're notified right here, and I always recommend coming in and customizing your email signature. The reason that I recommend that is because this is customer facing. So anytime that you send an email using our system or one of the drip campaigns goes out, they are going to see that. So it's always good to put your photo or an agency logo, and then maybe any certifications or anything special that you have done that would help one of your customers. Put that information here. Back up at the top, and also go to the update password section, so that if you don't want to keep your phone number with no dashes as your password, you could update that here. You can also go to update social and put in your social media links. The next thing I'd like to show you is our Market Maker University. So go to the person icon and then University. So the first time you log in, it's going to show that you have completed your Fast Start training. It's always good to go back and actually watch your Fast Start training. This goes much more in depth than what we can do in a simple video or a single phone call. These are click-by-click tutorials to show you more about the system, and that's going to be very useful for you. The other thing to note about training is that we do Facebook Live videos just for you every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10:30 to 11:30. You can access those by joining the Market Maker group on Facebook. These videos are being done, again, just for you so that you can learn more about our system. And then if you're watching those live, you'll also have the opportunity to ask questions. Of course, those videos will be available even outside of the live hours, and you can still ask us questions anytime you have those. To get in touch with myself or another member of the Market Maker team, you can always call us at 417-881-4949. You can also click the blue Need Help button that's on the bottom of every screen in your CRM. Doing so creates a live chat with a member of our team. You can also go to the person icon and support. You can select to submit a new ticket and then input any information that you would need to tell us from within that ticket. We always encourage you to give us as many details as you can, and you can even upload files or screenshots if you want to show us something very specific. It's been really great getting to work with all of you. I look forward to speaking with you in the future. And of course, if you ever have any questions, definitely reach out and let us know.